I came down to this estate about 2.5 years ago. I live in a Protestant Unionist Loyalist, as the term goes, a PUL community, a big estate in Belfast, Ballybean. And my first impression on seeing coming into the estate was, yeah, definitely a Republican estate with the flags and so forth. Had the same issues as many of the PUL estates, certainly in Belfast and in Bangor, Kilcooley, where I also work. The difference, of course, is the flags, but we have more in common in terms of the social and economic deprivation and all of those terms that we use to look at the negative sort of aspects of any estate. Community Learning Through Engagement. It's an organisation that works with communities to encourage communities to do for themselves. We use the Community Development National Occupational Standards as our mechanism for getting through to people. I would encourage people to work, Protestant, Catholic, work together. Each community has more in common with each other on those issues. I have found a hunger, an eagerness from the people to become involved in doing for themselves, as opposed to parachutists coming in and doing the work for them and skipping out. Whereas CLTE, Community Learning Through Engagement, we encourage growth from the people within the estate in terms of their education, in terms of their ability to lead and address their own issues.
Drumbeg is a very Republican area. It's only ever highlighted in the news for all the badness. I've been a youth and community worker for 11 years. I'm from the area. Through the pilot project, Drumbeg Learning and Development Project, we worked along with Sid Trotter. And with that, he was able to bring a course called Unblocking Potential down to the community. So rather than the people out of the community going to the university, we were able to bring the university to the community. Last year was the first time we run the Unblocking Potential, and we enrolled 10 people on that there. And through the 10 people, 6 people went on to do a community development degree.
This week's about communication. What are communication skills? We have a few exercises to do. Through the courses, we would then encourage them to go into education, because, as I say, our view is that education is a universal passport and should be open and can be open to everyone. And no one can take it off you once you've got it.
Sid, I just wanted to catch up on this year's intake for the Unblocking Potential course. How many have we got in that course at the minute?
Initially we had 11 down to start it. 9 people have actually taken it up.
Do they all look like finishers to you this time, or do you think we're going to have difficulties here?
Yeah, I think we all can do it, you know. The class seems to have gelled well together, which is good, you know. Usually it's, you know, the first week or two people tend to be a bit quieter, but now I think they've got to know each other and are working comfortably with each other, so it's good.
Do you see any different challenges for this intake, Sid? You know, are they much the same as we had before with the earlier groups?
Well, obviously they're all at different levels in terms of their ability to do some of the work, you know, whether it be written or listening and understanding. But no, I think they'll all get through.
I noticed looking at last year's intake, both here at Kilcooley and Craigavon, we had fairly substantial attrition rates. You know, we had over 20 starting and whittling that down to 13, 14 finishers. Do you think there's much we can do about that, Sid?
We've got to understand too that for many, this is first generational sort of an introduction to university. There is a certain amount of hand-holding that we're doing as well in terms of nursing them through it, which is fine. I'm quite pleased with the response I'm getting from the students.